Do you have an estate plan that includes a revocable living trust, or are you thinking about establishing an estate plan that includes a revocable living trust? Many people do this. It's a very common way of structuring your foundational estate plan. But one question we get a lot is, if I already have a trust or I'm establishing a trust, why do I still need a will? And we're going to answer that question today. My name is Jason Johnson, estate planning and elder law attorney here in Annapolis, Maryland, and today we're going to talk about the important topic of pour-over wills. Now, a pour-over will is the type of will that you would have if the main testamentary instrument in your estate plan is a revocable living trust. And many people have plans in which the main testamentary instrument is a revocable living trust. If you have one of those, you probably know it. So many people ask, why do I still need a will if I have already established a trust? Isn't a trust a will alternative? And it's true that a trust is a will alternative, but every one that we establish a living trust for, we also draft a will. And here's why. So you may know that a living trust, the main idea here is that we establish this legal structure that we can actually retitle assets to during your lifetime. So that if you become incapacitated, there is like a management structure in there where there would be a successor trustee who could manage your property for your benefit while you're incapacitated. And then at the end of your lifetime, that trustee would simply follow the instructions in the trust agreement to distribute property to beneficiaries without having to go through probate. Now, plans that are based around a will don't have that advantage of avoiding probate. Typically, those will result in a probate process at the end of the will maker's lifetime. But even when you have a trust, we make a will, and I guess the question would be why? And the answer is that in the event that when you make a trust, you don't get all of your property funded into the trust, meaning titled to the trust, that pour-over will make sure that any property that would otherwise have to go through probate will eventually make it into your trust so that it will be distributed under the terms of your trust, which when we draft trusts, we part of what we're doing is making sure that the beneficiaries of the trust not only are the beneficiaries that the trust maker wants, but also that in the event that some unanticipated thing happens, like perhaps someone that we thought would outlive us didn't outlive us, or perhaps somebody that was not disabled when we made the trust eventually becomes disabled, and we have to change how they receive those distributions to respond to those changed circumstances. So trusts bring that advantage. The problem that can happen is that, again, if we don't get all of the property funded into the trust during the trust maker's lifetime, or if the trust maker later acquires property that they forgot to put in the trust, we need to use that pour-over will to make sure that property gets into the trust and can be distributed under the terms of the trust, which is very important. So that is the reason why, even if you have a trust, you're also going to have a will. There are other reasons too. So if you have minor children and you need to appoint a guardian for those children in the event that you pass away while they're still young, they're still children, we put that guardian nomination in the will, not in the trust. So that would be another reason why we have it. And there are other smaller reasons as well. But today's video, we just wanted to cover what the main reasons are. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this is helpful information. If you like this type of information, please feel free to like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any questions about this or any other topic around estate planning or elder law, feel free to give us a call in the office here at Johnson Law in Annapolis, Maryland. Thank you so much for joining us.